Siam Nostalgia, thanking each and every one of you for joining our April 4th, 2026 Gathering of the Eagles meeting. This is our second to the last planning meeting. Um, Appreciate all of you being here. We'll go around the horn and do some introductions, and we'll start with Sharon.
Hi everyone, I'm Sharon Abreu on Orcas Island. Been here on Orcas for 25 years and very happy to be helping to organize the Gathering of the Eagle stop on Orcas Island.
Good to see you, Sharon. Thanks so much. Go ahead, Wilma.
Hi, Wilma Solomon from Lemmy.
Thanks, Wilma. Sandy.
We've
Oh,
got
you mean me?
Sandy Taylor. Well, let's go.
Oh,
Well, let's go. Go for it, Carolyn.
I thought you meant like I'm on Facebook, Sandy Shores. Hi, I'm Carolyn. I'm a non-native of European descent, originally from Lenape lands, so-called New York, Manhattan. Uh, I have been helping with the healing tent. I'm a doctor of chiropractic, and I've been helping with the healing tent for a few years now. And if anybody knows any body workers that might be interested in supporting, I'm a little low on people this year. And so I thank you for the opportunity for me to be here. Thank you, Freddie Heischka.
Of course, my dear, and thank you for all you do. Carrie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Carrie from down in Seattle area. Right now, I'm in Massachusetts, and I'm glad to be here. Looking forward to this. I'm helping with ground crew and other stuff.
Good to see you, my dear. Thanks for joining. Donnie.
Hi, I'm Donnie Smith, representing the Smith family. Um, Shanna and Chase are back at the hospital with another broken leg, or as of yesterday. So um, I am here. Um, Thank you guys. Looking forward to seeing everybody.
Thanks, Donnie. Ross.
Yeah, I'm Ross Newport. I live on Orcas and am happy to help in any way I can.
Good to see you, Ross. Tara. No, Tara. Oh,
Hi, I'm Tara. I'm representing the Hilaire family. My husband Canyon is currently preparing for a wedding that he's officiating in a couple weeks.
oh, Siam. Thanks. Good to see you, dear. Good to hear
You
your
too.
voice. Um, Esther, we're doing introductions.
Yate, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Um, it just happened by chance. I was talking to somebody else from Minnesota and I said, "Oh my God, I'm supposed to be on Zoom." So I'm here and I see everybody and their beautiful faces and the nice, beautiful turtles. And it's good to see you all. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you all have to say in regards to our canoe gathering. I was just talking about the canoe gathering to some people this morning and what the canoe, a lot of people don't understand, the canoe gathering and what the canoe means and what paddling and being on the ocean and how to, navigate through those things. And so it's interesting to them and they find it very intriguing. And I think those things are beautiful things that you all are a part of and have always done in the past. So may the Creator be with us as we do this again. with Freddie. Thank you. My name is Esther Yazzie Lewis. I'm in Albuquerque. I'm east of Albuquerque, a place called Edgewood. I think let me share this. Out of our canoe gathering, I met people that do videotaping and filming. And 2 weeks ago, two of those individuals came through and wanted to know about how uranium has impacted the water source supply for the native people in this part of the country. And they came in and filmed the big open pit uranium mine that took place back in the 60s and 70s and 80s. And also they went to see the big spill in 1979 on Navajo land. And then we went north near Los Alamos with the Pueblo women. They're called Tiwa Women United, and that they've been fighting the hazardous waste that's been coming down into the wash out of Los Alamos when they were making, and it's still there. It seems like the fight never ends, but I just wanted to share that I met these people with the canoe journey. And so there's a lot of things that can happen through this canoe journey to tell our stories of how life is within Native communities across the country. And you guys are a contribution to that. You make the canoe journeys happen, and you're bringing forth people coming together and connecting together to make such things like that happen. And by when the film comes out, I got a call from Boston or out in Massachusetts from a professor who was wanting to know things like that. And I introduced the two young people to him so that when the film comes out, he can use that in his class and teach the students on, maybe they may be the scientist or the engineer or whoever to try to figure out a way to clean up the tailings and the abandoned mines, and how do we deal with the contaminated water and land and air. So to me, I think there's good things coming out of this in our gathering. And so I know Freddie always put up protecting earth, sky, and water, collecting the knowledge of ancestral knowledge and traditions. So I think those things are panning out, not as fast as we want, but it's happening. Brings good people together. And thank you for being a part of the canoe gathering. Hashka.
Thank you, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Is Sandy available? And for those that don't know Sandy, he is on Orcas Island, and he's checking before everybody jumped on. He said he was going to step off for a bit, so um, I'm going to let's see. I'm going to share my desktop here, and I'm going to open up. Can you all see that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Uh-oh, there's Anella. Hi, Anella. We just did introductions.
Hi, everybody. We just got out of the water.
Hey, Siam. Good to see you, sister. Uh, just real quickly, I don't want to take up too much of your Easter weekend. Thank you all. Really appreciate the love and support. Um, um, it's been a tough week, couple of weeks, and I just want to thank you all. Thank all those that came and visited us, and Uh, yeah, Mama, I guess, Mama Esther, could you open us up in a good way? Remembering some of us are in mourning, some of us are going to cut our hair, some of us have tender hearts, and so if you could open us up, Mama, that'd be great.
Well, I want to say thank you again, and we remember the good things of Richard Hachicola and him passing. I remember the good things. One thing that I remember most of Richard, for whatever reason, it stuck with me, was him talking about the river. Why does the river whine? How come the river doesn't flow straight at times? And looking at ourselves, we don't know what's around the bend. And so we always have to be prepared to face what's on the other side that we don't know. And that's the way I looked at it and the way that I learned it from him. It's the river teaching us why we have to be always paying attention and listening and taking the teaching to our heart and to our mind and carrying it up to the heavens, to the creator, to say, yes, we understand. Yes, we can. We do know that these natural ways of life teach us how to be respectful. So I pray that I pray in that fashion that we learn to be respectful to the water, to the air, to the earth, to the heavens, to the stars that give us light, that give us night, that shows us how the seasons change from winter to spring to summer and fall, and how the moon shows us when a new month is beginning. And the seasons also tell us when to plant, when to harvest, when to hunker down for the winter and things like that. The beauty of all these cycles of life that has been set here back in time before human life even existed. And so I pray that we learn to understand those things and that we become the relatives and the relationships are built to understand these things through the natural order of life that the Creator has put here for us, and understanding how we are a part of it and how we're supposed to respect it and how to love one another and work with one another and live with one another and help each other. To the powers of the east, to the powers of the south, to the powers of the west, and to the powers of the north, to the center of the earth where the heat is, and to the center of the heavens where the heat is. I ask that we be blessed this way through our meeting today with the gathering of the canoe. Hojanasli, 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 and that we remember our elders that have passed on, like Richard. Asheha, 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 Asheha. Christ's name we pray, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Mama. I just want to take a moment of silence. Uh, the relatives we're talking about, they just lost a relative on Orcas Island. And so I just want to take a moment of silence, if we could. Thank you. Again, thanking each and every one of you, Haiska. Uh, Not that it's 42 days away to the gathering of the Eagles, but we got 41 days. And so I'm going to be updating there's a few changes to our schedule here. And just let me zoom in, see if I can do this. Um, Okay, well, maybe I can't. But hey, let's we're again 42 days out from May 16th. We head over to Lopez Island here. We have a big tide that day. It's a 2'7" minus tide at 10:41. And so there'll be a moment of slack tide there, just for the canoe pullers. Right about 9, right at 10, right around 10:30, the tide should be slack. But we're hoping for great weather, but we're planning for the worst. Just so everybody knows, uh, all the canoe landings, okay? All the canoe landings are at 1 o'clock every day. And so that's May 16th, May 18th on San Juan Island, May 20th on Orcas Island, and May 22nd here at Lummi. It's just easier because of the tides, and we want everyone to be able. The reason I'm doing this is it's over, this will be our fifth time coming through the islands. And so this is just so our canoes can come ashore, they can go get showered. Some of the cooks from the canoe families can be preparing their meals. We got to get camp set up. And so the 1 o'clock hour is just something that I've adjusted over the past 6 years, this being our sixth gathering. Generally, all of our dinners are at 5 p.m. Okay. So the first night on Lopez Island, we're at the Lopez Community Center. Um, this is yeah, this is pretty much our kind of daily schedule. With the tides, we're reminding everyone to bring your clam gun. If you don't know what a clam gun is, it's a very specialized shovel to dig clams here in East Lummi. And so we do have a Slahow uh, instructor coming to teach us the ancient way of Slahow. It's a part of a potlatch gathering, and so we're just integrating a couple of new things this year: Slahow training and clam digging. And so this is pretty much our first day on Lopez Island. Um, uh, I'm going to zoom through this because I think we all kind of know where we're at here. Uh,
Hey,
Generally
Freddie,
on the second.
clam digging and clam cooking too, please.
I'm sorry.
You said clam digging.
Yes.
I hope it will include clam cooking.
That's the plan. Yeah, I'm not posting nothing about doing no clam bake because the whole tribe will show up, and then the whole island will show up. And so but I do a traditional clam bake. I'm one of the one in our family that does it. And so we'll be adding those as we yeah, when time persists. Second day, hey, we're doing Watmo. It's kind of the paddle days. This is a relaxing day. This dinner will be at the school. Okay, so first night at the Lopez Community Center on May 16th. The second night we'll be moving to the school. Same camping, same place. Um, on the second nights, we want to make sure that we have a skipper's meeting there after our protocol. Um, it, and that's to talk about the 3'4" minus low tide on the next day that paddlers will be paddling. And of course, when canoe families wake up, and if it's too windy, if it's too dangerous, I'm going to leave it all up to the skippers generally. Um, but we'll stay to the schedule. Last year that we almost the canoes had to stay on Lopez Island for an extra night, and we managed that very well. Thank you, everybody. Um, we'll be yeah, we'll just adhere to those protocols too when the time comes because we don't know what the weather's going to be like. Um, Again, it is a big minus tide on our paddle to Jackson Beach. It's a 3 foot low, 3 foot 4 low tide. That is an extreme tide. So remember when the canoes were spinning around and doing circles? Well, these are those tides. And so I just want to make sure, we're all practicing, taking advantage of our tides, leaving. Hey, if the canoes leave early and the weather's fine, right now we're looking at leaving around 7 o'clock. But again, these things can change from Spencer Spit. And again, we arrive at 1 on Jackson Beach. If there's an opportunity to go into Friday Harbor again, and the canoes are early on that tide, the tide is you're gonna really see a difference in the tide and in San Juan Channel and the relatives out in the islands know this. It can get pretty rough. And so when you're coming by the ferry terminal right here and at the top of the island, yeah, we might just go straight across to Shaw as it gets pretty dangerous in the middle there. And then we'll arrive again at 1, set up, and then we'll have our visiting hour, and the youth will be our Slahal instructors will only be here for the first 2 days, and the same with our clam diggers to show us how to clean the clams, and whatnot. And so we'll be right now we'll be at the Jackson Beach Pavilion just like last year. We may not have a big protocol that night, but we will share and have a few presentations there, of course, weather permitting. And then again, each night, remember Haikucha. Haikucha, that means it's never goodbye. It's till we see you again. And so each night we like to have a Haikucha handshake. I know our relatives, sorry to go back one day but we'll also be adding and including each day I just call it star traveling, the phases of the moon. Our sister Anella from the Kingdom of Hawaii will be sharing some traditional knowledge with the youth, with the community about reading the stars. Should the stars be out that night, we might be able to, she might be able to show us. But we're including those on pretty much the second nights of each journey. Second day on San Juan Island. This there's a time change on this schedule. This will be the lighthouse visit will be at 2, and this is kind of a rest day. We might be able to go out clam digging. Um, I know we're going to talk about clam digging permits for those who aren't tribal, and some of our relatives are helping us figure out that permitting process so we all can dig clams together. But that tide, you'll see it's really low there in Jackson Beach. It's a 3 foot 2 minus tide, and so like I said before, it's an extreme tide. Um, we'll all come back, visit Slahal. We do this change right here. The Friday Harbor Grange has changed, and so our friends at the Spring Street School International School will be hosting us, and they'll be providing the meal that night as well. And again, this is San Juan Island, day 2. It's a Tuesday, May 19th. And hey, if you need to know the days, they're all right here. There's little tiny Tuesday, Monday. I'm trying to be efficient. And so again, we'll have a skippers meeting that night to talk about our 2 foot five minus low tide the next day. And so tides look really good for a departure from Jackson Beach on Wednesday, May 20th to Orcas Island. And I just keep them right around 7 a.m. They may be a little earlier, they may be a little, later, but the tides is going to bring them up really fast. Uh, so no, they'll be bucking tides. So the earlier they leave, they might arrive at the dock a little bit earlier. Again, all of our arrival times for the canoes are 1, and and then that way we'll be able to do visiting and storytelling, and we'll be at the Olga Community Center the first night on Orcas Island. Again, potluck protocol and sharing some teachings is kind of our general idea of our schedule. Again, these can change. On Thursday, it's kind of our I it's going to be a really beautiful day for those that like to hike, for those that would like to learn a little bit more about Massacre Bay and some land back initiatives that are taking place. And but the sunrise ceremony, we'll be leaving maybe even a little bit before 4:30 on Thursday, May 21st. And sunrise at Suela is at 5:23. Now, this is at Orcas Island, so up on the top of the mountain, it's a little bit earlier. And so, uh,
So, Freddie, you've
yes,
been the Moran Park Rangers have been in touch with you, I
yes,
believe. Oh, yeah. Okay,
yeah,
great.
yeah. Uh, and then this time might change. I think it might be 1 o'clock. I just said noon. Um, and we'll do a Massacre Bay visit. This is in West Sound, so where we're at is the south end of East Sound. And so Massacre Bay, I think it's about maybe a half hour to 45-minute drive
About a half
over
hour.
to West Sound. And there'll be opportunities to do both of this land back language. I'm sorry, Uncle Kimokeo is doing a language um program on this day as well. And we'll go over and visit our friends there, Zoe and John Vici. And then while we're over there, those that want to go hike Turtleback, it's a preserve on Orcas Island. It's way on the west side. It's really beautiful. And there'll be this opportunity to hike. And then, of course, those that want to go clam jamming, we call it clam jamming here at Lummi, and Wilma knows why we call it clam jamming. But there's a 1 foot 6 low at 3. And so, should you make it back and you want to meet us for clam digging, this is the tide there. And then our friends at the Oddfellows Hall in East Sound, we had I thought a really uh, good. It's just good to be in East Sound. Um, just so you all know, East Sound is our original capital. East Sound and Papilawith. And so East Sound is the first Clackamas village. And so there's a great history there. We'll be right by Madrona Point. We don't go into our burial sites and probably won't go into Madrona Point. We don't go in after 3 o'clock, and so but there's a beautiful story behind Madrona Point there, and we'll be able to share a little bit Um, I don't know why this says 6 o'clock here. Um, okay, potluck, and then we'll do protocol, a little bit of sharing, have our skippers meeting. Again, this is on Thursday night, May 22nd. And then we'll do a handshake and then get ready for our Friday morning departure. I said 5:30. I'm gonna try and ask the skippers to stick to that. And that's because the tide is actually low on Orcas Island right at 5:43. So they'll catch a nice tide coming into uh, the Lummi Reef Net site. This is our original reef net site. This was the largest reef net site in the Pacific Northwest, sorry. And and so they're planning on arriving in Lego Bay, same place on Lummi Island, same great people, but we're arriving at on or before 9 a.m. So you could see the tide is high there, and then stay for a possible light breakfast, lunch. I think he always usually has halibut. Um, and then departing and arriving. Sometimes they do a soft landing. If the canoes arrive at noon at the cove, where we usually do a soft landing, and then we'll arrive at the Stalmash grounds around 1 p.m. And there's a minus tide. If you guys remember when we came in a couple of times to Lummi, and there's a minus. And again, this is at 4:23, which is when we usually arrive. And so that the reason why we're coming in and sticking to 1 p.m. is because our Chief Leshai students will be taking off on this day, and they'll be taking the floor first and eating first. We'll make sure they all eat first. I moved the the dinner up to 4, whether or not that happens. Uh, and then it'd be great to do a healing circle. Um, and and then our Leshai family will take the floor, and then they will depart. And we'll try and make sure we got things ready for a clam bake and handshake and so yeah. So that is the gist of our gathering. I again really appreciate everyone's love and support. Again, 41 days comes really fast. Those that want to come up and camp in the yard here and warm up my house, you're welcome to. You're welcome to come in late Friday night. I know our relatives from Hawaii. Anella, I know you just got in, and I just want to turn the floor over to you for a bit. Not that Maui is 252 days away, sister, but who's counting? Hey, I am. And so I just want to have our sister Anella share, and she might have to run, but go ahead, Anella.
Aloha. Good to see all of you. Yeah, 200 and how many days till gathering the
50,
Eagles, Maui?
52, 52.
Okay, 252. I'm going to start doing that countdown. But first, we're excited to come to your neck of the woods. I've got some of my students from the Nahiku program, some high school girls that will be attending with us. Right now, I have 9 guaranteed. So, yeah, we're going to be arriving the morning of the 15th, and then we will be there till the 24th. We fly out the 24th. So, we're excited to spend the time with you folks. And then we'll start planning for Maui, but Maui, it'll be the same dates. I think Freddie and I decided we'll just keep it the same dates, no matter what day of the week, so that everybody will always remember just the December 12th through the 18th. And I'm hearing on the news all the time to just buy your airline tickets now because we don't know
what is going to go on with airfare prices. So if you plan on coming and you want to book your tickets, December 12th through the 18th is Gathering of the Eagles Maui. And we will look forward to spending that time with you folks. Thanks, Freddie.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, sister. Good to see you. And uh anybody have any questions? Anyone uh
Freddie,
yeah, go ahead, Sandy.
just like to show people Buck Bay on this beautiful day. There you are. Hope it shows up. How was that?
That's great. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful day here in East Lummi too. Wow, look at that tide.
It keeps on going. We have an island out there sometimes.
Yes, that's beautiful, Sandy. That's great. Sharon, Sharon, would you like to share did I get everything okay? Anything I need to change on this new schedule? I'm going to update it today.
For Orcas, not that I know of.
Okay.
What are your thoughts? Anything you want
Um,
to change?
no, I'm simple. I don't want to put a clam bake on there because oh my goodness. We'll do one clam bake on one island and then we'll do another one and then everyone will feel bad if we didn't do a clam bake. And so we're
Well,
gonna
I'm just concerned about clam digging on Orcas. I talked to Russell Barsh about it. He didn't seem to think that there was a good place to do it. He said, do it on Lopez. So, but I don't know. I
Uh,
don't know anything about it myself. So
Freddie, I spoke with Land Bank about the Crescent Beach. At the very low tide, it's outside their tidelands. And he was sort of indifferent. He says, he's not going to do anything. So I think we can go out there at a very low tide, make it clear that it's, quote, ceremonial. um, show your colors and bake them here.
Sure. Okay. That sounds
that's
good.
great to know, Sandy. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Well, Peter's indebted to me. We're going to work out something with the land alongside the stream with him. We're going to sell some to the land bank. They'll be better stewards than I can afford.
Sure. That's great. Hey,
Okay.
Skipper Lorton, how you doing? Go ahead, introduce,
Uh,
say hi.
yeah, hi. Sorry I'm late. Just got out of the car driving, and so I was like, "Oh shoot!" But anyway, yeah. Sorry I'm late. I'm glad to be here. I don't know if anybody here from Leshai, but we're preparing. We got the okay for the funding, and we're painting the canoe, and we're ready to go. So we're gonna have anywhere from 8 to 12 kids, I think. So we're excited.
Hey, Skipper, real quick, how many total in your delegation? 24, 28? Remember one year we had 32.
Yeah, I'm right off the top of my head. Suela has all that information. I believe we're bringing 8, maybe 9 adults and 8 to 12 kids. So 24 to 26, I'm guessing.
Okay,
And that number can alter depending on,
sure.
grades and students and all that kind of stuff. But I see 25 is a nice round number for us.
Okay. Thank you. Good to know. Our just some of our organizers, as we get closer, they want to know how many.
Yeah. Okay.
I just generally say, believe it or not, we had 68, 67 of us. Oh God, there's that number. 67 of us
Six, seven.
in Hawaii there. And so so yeah.
That was good. Yeah.
Yeah. Um Anybody else have any updates? Carolyn, you want to share anything? Carrie? Carrie's been helping me out so much.
Well, hello. Not much to share. Working on getting food prepared in advance and also thinking about the potlatch, working with some Bellingham folks on that. Really appreciate you, Freddie, and all that you do. Happy to help. I think that's all I've got unless anybody has a question.
Yay, no questions. All right. What a cool meeting. Look at
Freddie, just
12:49.
Freddie.
Uh-huh.
The Madrona Point, several vagrants have set up camp there, is a rumor I've heard. And I think it's quite credible. I talked to the sheriff casually, and he said they don't go out there unless they're asked by the Lummi. It might be worthwhile just to get in touch with the sheriff and say, would you please, check this out? I think it'd be really bad because what I heard is they're leaving bags of shit around. Pardon my language.
Sure, I totally understand that, and I will reach out.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's awful that the only people that go out there are people that don't care that it's sacred land and
Exactly.
mess it up.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I'll put that on my list. Let's see.
I do have a couple of questions.
Go ahead.
One has to do with support boats. I believe I can recruit more support boats as long as you thought there was some value to that. And I could see it both being just people out on the water, especially in the big crossings, but also if there's people who want to travel but aren't prepared to row, we might be able to accommodate passengers. So I'm kind of wondering, do I recruit 2, 3, 4 more boats, or can I keep it minimal?
I think that's great, Ross. I like the idea. Sometimes our canoe families, want a break, and they'll have some sit-ins,
Mhm.
and then even those traveling along might want to, it's just a totally different experience on the water.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be great. I think it'd be a great opportunity for
Okay.
even some of our ground crew. They never get to go out
Hmm.
and go out on the water. We're always I'm a ground crew person, so I'm always on the water. I mean, I'm always on, you know, taking care of everything, and so
Yeah.
sometimes a lot of them
So
would really appreciate that. So thank you.
when I've been asking people, I've been asking, would you be willing to start in Anacortes and go all the way to Lummi Nation? And a few people said, yeah, they'd be interested in that. And some people said, I can't really do that, but I could do select days. So we could create select crossings within the islands to get more people on the water that way, just not the whole trip, maybe.
Sure. Okay, that's great. Really appreciate that. And not that it's going to be whale watching season or anything,
Right, right.
but there, some um I, just our beloved, he wanted to we were talking about doing a paddle just around Orcas Island in the future. And
Mhm.
again, this is just a thought for like Labor Day weekend, and just stay on the island and paddle around, and it'll be a pretty big paddle. The
Mhm.
island is very big, but yeah, no, that'd be really great, Ross. I really appreciate that, and thank
Sure.
you for all your
One
guys'
other thing,
help.
when you're feeling like the documents pretty far along. It'd be great to get a PDF of it because so far I only have like the Facebook posts, which I can't zoom in on very well.
Of
And then I could
course.
also maybe get some printed for us to distribute around.
Okay, thank you. And Sandy, I will get you that new poster with the larger print.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll do that today. And Ross, can you just email me?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
I'll send this over to you
great.
after the meeting here. I'll update the packet and get it out. Um, I think again, it- we're not paddling to Bellingham. Okay.
Okay.
Bellingham was a big deal. I really enjoyed going to going to Bellingham, but I'm just simplifying everything. Um, I just want everyone to know, the country's at war, and but we're still going to gather because something is happening, 5, 6,000 miles away. But we just want everyone to be really aware. The price of food is going up substantially. Okay, so really encouraging everyone to just remembering that our theme is celebrating as neighbors, village to village, and this is a come on your own canoe encampment. Remember, it might rain. It gets cold at the top of Suela on Thursday morning at 4:30 when we leave. I bring my long johns. Ha 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 ha. Just letting you know. Please, if you haven't made your ferry reservations, we're 42 days out, and so they might be all booked up. But correct me if I'm wrong, Islanders. It opens up 72 hours, 48 hours, 2 days before.
No, no,
Yes.
no.
Two
Well, but
months before, 2 weeks before, and 2 days. Whoa, sorry about that. 2 months before, 2 weeks before, and 2 days. 2 months before, 2 weeks before, and 2 days before. If
yes.
anybody needs help making ferry reservations, you could get in touch with me. I've done it a gazillion times, and it can be a little confusing. You have to be really careful of the ferry schedule because some ferries will stop at certain islands and not at other islands. So you really have to look carefully at the schedule. And, what I tend to do is if I want to make a reservation for a particular day, hey, mute please, mute please. If I want to make a reservation for a particular day and that sailing is there are no spaces available, if I have 2 weeks, I will go on exactly 7 o'clock 2 weeks before that sailing, and then I can make a reservation for a sailing that I don't want. And then when 7 a.m. comes, either 2 weeks before the sailing or 2 days before the sailing, I just go in, I log into my ferry reservation account, and I just change the time. And it's to do that saves a little bit of time. If you make a ferry reservation for a time you don't want because the time you want is not available, then when it becomes available, you just change the time. You don't have to go through the payment process and that sort of thing. It just saves a little bit of time, if that makes sense. But feel free to get in touch with me about that. I'll put my email in the chat.
That's great.
Just another point, if people do try to make the reservations on their own, when you get on the 2 day or 2 week, 7 a.m., it is 7 a.m. on the dot. 7:02, they're probably all gone.
Oh, and one more important point about that, because I've done this so many times and I already know this. 7 a.m. comes, you hit refresh. So supposedly that will refresh all of the ferry times, and the ones that weren't available will become available. That does not necessarily happen right away. Sometimes I have to hit refresh 15 times and don't like freak out. Just like, okay, I hit refresh, didn't change. Hit refresh again, didn't change. Hit refresh again. Just keep doing it until those spaces open up. And sometimes it could take a couple of minutes. So
You can
don't
also
be
open up a dozen
discouraged.
tabs and click on them one after another. It's
Ooh, I
yeah.
didn't know that.
The secrets.
Ooh, I never knew that.
That's great. Well, thank you for uh thank you for that uh tutorial there, Sharon. The reason why if you plan on bringing your vehicle, is you have to use your own credit card. If you miss the ferry, your credit card gets charged. And if somebody makes your reservation for you and you miss the ferry, their credit card gets charged. And so it's real important that everyone please just let everybody know if you're bringing your vehicle to make your reservation.
Yeah,
Sorry about my
can I
sorry
add
about
a
my
couple of
dog here. These
can
are
I
all
add
rain. These are all rain or shine gatherings. Hang on, let me finish.
okay.
And don't forget to bring your own chair. Okay. Just those are just the last few things there. Go ahead, Sharon.
And water bottle.
And water bottle. Oh, and we wanted Carrie and I. We were talking about. Hey, this is camping. If you bring your own plate, cup, your own fork, knife, and spoon, hey, you're welcome to. We're trying to limit our paper
Footprint.
yeah, our carbon footprint. And so I have a visitor coming in, everybody, and I apologize for my dog. It's getting on my last good nerve. And so I just want to close. Mama Esther, anybody else have any questions?
I did want to say something else about the ferry reservations. Can I do that quickly or should I
Go
put it in the
ahead.
chat? Okay, if you miss your ferry, but you can make the next later ferry when you go through, just tell them I have a ferry reservation. I missed my earlier ferry, and and you probably won't get charged then for missing your ferry. Same thing if you come early. If you get on an earlier ferry, tell them I have a ferry reservation for such and such a time, so they can cancel that out. And if you don't want to get charged a 3% credit card fee, use cash. Because they will charge a 3% fee now at the ferries, either on credit cards or debit cards. So if you can use cash, and then you'll save that 3%.
Mama Esther, could you close us with a prayer, please? Appreciate it. Thank you.
Corrosion or little conde, Shamana Hassan, Chidian Lini yet the Hilco. Where I con Freddie Lane out of the gathering of the canoe, Oliego, gathering of the eagles, Oliego. Conde it's not ish, but not. Be yet or not intimidated edo out of the epiho ah. Hard and she did it and link or conde, but Lagana Olieg, and he caught notcha. Conde Lopez Island, do con San Juan, do Orcas got ah. Aro lummy conde, what ego ai. But car aro le that all link conde, but not ne zil ne o all in lini bin not con anani edoli. Con ha asha da a now cons ne sni ya sni ni zad ni o all in sikis and linigi di bihiliado be zido con de ai be echo da hot zadoli lo de zadoli do be hin todolil be nats naso o dal lenin rabi hin ladolil nan tinedat bast hit dan leni konde na san do tron leni nilch en leni konde ye da do yadel hiledat be yon oda na hanane zi do nani edolil ha den hik ejo dolil Shada ate no sni ya sni altsode Hojanasli in Christ's name we pray. I just said that everything that we said in planning for the canoe journey and through the islands and all the people that we are working with, that we put our thoughts in, we put our input in, and that these things will take place in accordance with the way the Creator wants it to take place, and it will happen in a beautiful way. Thank you and have a great Easter weekend.
Thank you, everybody. Raising our hands. Just letting you know, I'm if you see me with a haircut, just know that it's I'm going through a mourning phase of my life, and so just so you know, it's it shocks some people, but we're taking down all our beloved's pictures. If you can put them away, if you can, if you see anybody that does post, it's real important to let them know, or we put our pictures away for a year, and we speak softly, and we don't share anybody's name, our beloved's name. And so when I refer to my beloved elder, all of you will know and understand about some of us that were really close. All of you. I just have to say, Richard was so proud of all of you and the good work that you're doing. And his message last Saturday was that he has work to do on the other side. And so just know that some of us have tender hearts, and it's really tough to talk about. And I just want to share this with you all, just understanding that we're gonna move forward with, with our we want to, Richie was a big part of the idea of getting a new canoe. And so our efforts for our canoe to get a new canoe across the border, a brand new fiberglass canoe. We have about 7 to 8 thousand more to raise, and so that'll be our effort, my effort, coming into this next year. It's going to be a red canoe, and that's because of Richie. And so, not too many people have red canoes, and I thought, oh, well, that'll be good to honor our relative, and to know he told us to keep moving forward, to don't let to and to let you all know that he'll always be with you guys. That was his message he told me, and he really loved all of you, and the impact that you all had on these last few walks in his life meant the world to him. And so I just want to leave that good thought, the good word, the good feeling with each and every one of you. And no, you can call me anytime. I'm trying to take this next week off. I haven't been able to take time off this week. And but 42 days comes really fast. And don't forget, 252 days until 12/12/26. And we'll keep moving forward in a good way. Thank you, all you organizers. Thank you, all you paddlers, you canoe skippers. And just know that we'll keep going. I'm looking at an eagle flying right out in front of the house here, and to me, that's a sign from our relative that he's watching us and listening. And so, love to each and every one of you. Siam Jalacha. You have a good day, and we'll see you soon.